Chile is practically empty. That's right. Even though it has more than 4,200 kilometers in length, 80% of its territory is uninhabited. How is this geographical rarity explained? Chile has almost 20 million inhabitants, but more than 15 million of them are spread across 6 of the 15 regions of the country: Metropolitan, Valparaiso, Biobío, Mall, Araucanía, and O'Higgins in that order. Basically, it's like having a giant closet to store just 2 or 3 t-shirts. Why does this happen? It's also worth mentioning that all those regions we mentioned are located in the center of the country. So if we look at a population density map, Chile would resemble a pale spaghetti at its ends, and with excess sauce in the middle. That is to say, quite disproportionate. But the most unusual thing is that within that disorder, there is even more disorder. Let's take a look. The distribution of people in these central regions is quite unbalanced, as the metropolitan region, where Santiago is located, houses almost 8.4 million people. In other words, almost half of the country lives here, which is quite rare. Why did Chile form this way? Things get even stranger when we see the difference between the metropolitan area of Santiago and the rest of the major cities. The greater Valparaiso conurbation, which includes Viña del Mar and other relevant cities in the area, has only 1 million inhabitants, despite being the 3rd largest in the country. And that's despite being less than an hour and a half from Santiago. To understand why this nation has almost all its people crowded, we need to take a good look at the map, and we will find the answers to this strange dilemma. First of all, Chile is a country of extremes. Much of the north is hot and desert-like, while the south is very rainy and absolutely cold. In that sense, the geographical area that offers better living conditions is the central one, with a warm, temperate climate more suitable for living. In this area, there is also ideal geography for both settling and agriculture, with the presence of the Intermediate Depression, the Santiago Basin, and the transverse valleys of Norte Chico. But the main reason why 76.5% of Chileans live in the middle of the country is another. Chile is a centralized country, as Santiago is the lord and master. As the economic and industrial hub of the nation, it offers services that, for the most part, are not found anywhere else. And where there is money and work, there are always people. To reflect this, an example. In 1990, the seat of the National Congress was moved to Valparaiso, with the intention of decentralizing the nation. However, it didn't help much and brought more problems than benefits for being far from Santiago, where all the rest of the political activity of the country occurs. For that reason, everything indicates that the population of central Chile will continue to rise like foam. Remember, always be eager to know more.